All right. So we about to get this lesson started. I wanted to show like this YouTube video. I mean, I don't know if it's YouTube or Facebook, but let me see. If it's Facebook, I can't show it. If it's Instagram, maybe I can. But people be acting funny about their channels and their content and sharing their content. But there's a content creator, I think on Instagram. Where my phone? Un momento.
Tomorrow morning, the spider will skillfully weave the web.
Okay. So this guy, I'm gonna see if I can find him. Y'all, because let me stop sharing. Hold on. I'll just show you like this. Can y'all see that?
If you love learning Spanish, comment the word vamos to join the waitlist for my
This
upcoming
guy.
online course today. How do you say tomorrow in Spanish? Mañana. Okay, cool. How do you say morning? Mañana. Interesting. And how do you say spider? Araña. What? And skill? Maña. And spider web? Telaraña. Nice. So how do you say tomorrow morning the spider will skillfully weave the web in Spanish? Mañana en la mañana la araña con maña teje la telaraña.
So it's this guy. I think his name is I just subscribed to him. His name is Daniel Herrera. Daniel Herrera. Please go follow him if you are like me and you want to learn the Spanish and you want to get fluent, you want to sound like a native. He teach you all the words and stuff. He teach you all the, oh Lord, I'm getting a call from my kids. He teaches you all the words and everything. That make you sound like phrases and stuff that make you sound like more of a native speaker. So please check him out either on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not sure where he is. All right. I was going to wait till Monday, but I realized if I wait till Monday, then how am I getting my learning in? So I did the math. I think I said this last video. It's going to take me 2 years. 2 years at the pace that I'm on to learn Spanish. After my first year mark, I'm going to learn a new language. But right now we're doing Spanish. I'm gonna learn 2 languages at the same time, and like a year from now, if God willing and everything, the universe. But yeah, we on to connections in chapter 1, I believe. No, 3. Is it connections or 3? Places and directions. Y'all done forgot. Currency and counting, food and drink. So it's definitely not. This definitely be the first one. Intro. I did my intros. Introduction. Personal info preface. Oh, okay. So is this chapter 3. I did languages and origins. Chapter 1 I did. So I think it's 3. We still on intro we still on introductions, y'all.
One way to say, "What is your name?" is,
¿Cómo se llama usted?
but you are literally saying, "How do you call yourself?" Here is how you would say, to call oneself.
Llamarse.
Llamarse.
Is a reflexive verb. This means that the subject of the sentence is performing an action on themselves, as in, I call myself. You can tell that
Llamarse.
is a reflexive verb because it ends with the reflexive pronoun.
Se.
Pay attention to the reflexive pronoun because it will change depending on who is performing the action. For example, to say, my name is, literally, I call myself, I would say,
Me llamo.
to say, your name is, you call yourself, to a peer or friend, you would say.
Te llamas.
Now, if I told you that
Se.
is the reflexive pronoun you use with he, she, and you, formal, how would you say, your name is, you call yourself, formally?
Hold on. What?
Llamarse.
Is a reflexive verb. This means that the subject of the sentence is performing an action on themselves, as in, I call myself. You can tell that
Llamarse.
is a reflexive verb because it ends with the reflexive pronoun.
Se.
Pay attention to the reflexive pronoun because it will change depending on who is performing the action. For example, to say, my name is, literally, I call myself, I would say.
Me llamo.
To say, your name is, you call yourself, to a peer or friend, you would say.
Te llamas.
Now, if I told you that
Se.
is the reflexive pronoun you use with he, she, and you, formal, how would you say, your name is, you call yourself, formally?
Llamas.
Okay, now try to say, to call oneself.
Llama.
Llamarse.
Llamarse.
The formal way to say, you call yourself, is,
Usted se llama.
Usted se llama.
did you notice that
Se.
from the end of the verb,
Llamarse.
moved to the front when we said,
Usted se llama.
Sí.
what's the formal way to say, you call yourself?
Usted se llama.
Usted se llama.
Okay, now try to say, to call oneself.
Llamarse.
Llamarse.
What's the formal way to say, you call yourself?
Usted se llama.
Usted se llama.
Try to say, how?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo?
Now, let's say the literal translation of, how do you call yourself? Which can be used in a formal setting to say, what is your name?
¿Qué llamo? ¿Cómo se llama
¿Cómo se llama usted?
usted? ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Did you say,
¿Cómo usted se llama?
good guess? However, personal pronouns like
Usted.
etc. can either come at the beginning or the end of the sentence. So you can say,
¿Usted cómo se llama?
or
¿Cómo se llama usted?
¿Usted cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama usted?
in many countries in Latin America, people are very friendly towards foreigners. Don't be surprised if they approach you to say hi and ask questions about where you are from and what you're doing in their country. In an informal setting, you would say,
Te llamas.
which means, you call yourself.
Te llamas.
There's an informal way to say, you call yourself. What is it?
Te llamas.
Now, try to figure out how to say, what is your name? In an informal situation.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Now, let's learn, she calls herself. Ready?
Ella se llama.
Let's
Ella
hear it again.
llama.
Ella se llama.
Ella se llama.
Okay, now try to say, she calls herself.
Ella se llama. Ella se llama.
Ella se llama.
Now, how do you think you would say, what is her name?
¿Qué llama usted? No, ella se llama.
¿Cómo se llama ella?
¿Cómo se llama ella? ¿Cómo se llama ella? ¿Cómo se llama ella? ¿Cómo se llama ella?
Notice how
Se llama.
can be used to refer to he, she, or the formal you. This is similar to the use of
Está.
and many other verbs. Now, can you figure out the best way to say, he calls himself?
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama ello? Él.
Él se llama.
Él se llama. Él se llama. Él se llama.
For this next slide, remember that in Spanish, when the person you are referring to can be understood from the context of the conversation, it is not necessary to use the pronoun.
For this next slide, remember that in Spanish, when the person you are referring to can be understood from the context of this conversation, it is not necessary to use the pronoun, which would be the él or ella.
Based on what you already know, how would you say, what is his name?
¿Cómo se llama?
¿Cómo se llama?
There's an informal way to say, you call yourself. What is it?
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Se llama usted?
Te llamas.
Te llamas. Te llamas. Te llamas. Ugh. Te llamas.
Okay, now try to say, she calls herself.
Ella se llama.
Ella se llama.
Ella se llama. Ella se llama.
Do you remember how to say, what is her name?
¿Cómo se llama?
¿Cómo se llama ella?
¿Cómo se llama ella?
Remember this? Say, he calls himself.
Se llama.
Él se llama.
Él se llama.
How do you say, what is his name?
¿Cómo se llama él?
¿Cómo se llama?
All right, y'all. I hope that helped. I'm going to finish my food. Mi comida. And I will see you guys. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you Monday.